Anxiety disorders are at an all-time high. People who are taking antidepressant pills have went up 71% from 2002 to 2018. Now that we're in 2025, those numbers we could assure have definitely went up, for those statistics don't even reflect the COVID years. Now, every time you open any of these apps on your phone, you're bombarded with chaos, negativity, and endless distractions. We now live in a world where outrage is currency, where your emotions are weaponized, and where your attention, the most valuable thing you own, that's what all these companies are after. But yet you do them a huge favor by giving it up away to them for free. Now, what if I told you that there's a 2,000-year-old philosophy that holds the key for you to break free from this mental prison? A way for you to master your emotions, to find peace and build unbreakable resilience. The philosophy in which I speak of is Stoicism. And it's not only just useful in today's world, but it's essential. By the end of this video, you're going to learn some of the history behind Stoicism, what Stoicism is, and how you can apply it to your life in order to solve all of your problems. Let's get into it. Stoicism was founded in Greece by a man named Zeno of Citium. It's a cool name. Zeno was a very wealthy sea merchant, but unfortunately one day, Zeno was involved in a shipwreck where he lost everything. He lost his whole fortune at sea. Now, Zeno was stranded in Athens, obviously being distraught with the whole situation. He ended up just wandering into a bookstore and randomly picked up a book about Socrates and was instantly inspired by Socrates' principles on mastering one's emotions, remaining calm no matter what the situation is, and the key to a happy life is through virtue, wisdom, courage, discipline, and justice. Zeno then studied under a few other philosophers and then combined the best aspects of these different philosophies together, being cynicism, Megarian logic, obviously Socrates, Hercules, and now we have Stoicism today. So it's safe to say that if Zeno never got involved in the shipwreck, we wouldn't have Stoicism today. I'm sorry, Zeno. I'm actually glad it happened, and I'm sure you're glad it happened in hindsight as well. Now, before I tell you what Stoicism is and all the key principles, don't worry, y'all. Y'all gonna get some. No diddy. I first have to address one of the biggest misconceptions behind Stoicism and what everybody hears. And that Stoicism teaches a person to become emotionless. That it teaches a person to suppress their feelings, to be indifferent, to be cold, to be robotic-like, to detach from the world, to the point where it even breeds toxic masculinity. All that shit is wrong. For a person who truly studies Stoicism, it does not teach you to suppress your emotions, but to just not be controlled by them. It acknowledges that you're going to feel fear, you're going to feel anger, you're going to feel resentment. But the key here is to respond in a way that's using your reason, not by reacting impulsively. Stoics do experience joy and love. They talk about in their writings all the time about friendship, love, and kindness. So I don't know where this notion came from that these are cold people. Stoicism teaches you to become resilient, not to be indifferent to every single thing. A Stoic, when something happens, they would rather pause, reflect, and ask themselves, what is the best way to respond to this situation? But a person from the outside that doesn't study Stoicism, they look at that person when they take that brief pause. They say to themselves, the person is cold, because they expect to see an emotional outburst from that person. But that's not how a Stoic operates. Now, I believe, well, I know that the media thrives off of emotional reactions. The outrage, the drama, the fear, the controversy. But Stoicism teaches you the opposite. It teaches you rationality. It teaches you to detach from drama. It teaches you to stay calm during adversity. But since emotional reactive people are more profitable, they're the ones doing most of the clicking. They're the ones running up the views and making the sales. It's not in the media's best interest to paint Stoicism in a good light. They would rather promote these emotional characters as being relatable and promote anybody that practices Stoicism as somebody who is cold or just straight up boring. Now, do I seem boring?
Just a little bit.
Don't you answer that shit. So what is Stoicism? Now I'm going to give you the 4 core principles of what Stoicism is all about. Number 1, control what you can and accept what you can't. This is the number 1 core philosophy in the whole Stoicism because everything rides off of this one principle. You see, the harsh reality to it is that there are more things in life that we can't control than things we can control. So it's your job to constantly remind yourself of this and differentiate between the two. Number 2, emotions must always be guided by reason, not by your impulses. Your emotions will always speak to you first. It is your job to get in the middle of it and use reason in order to tame it. Number 3, live in harmony with nature and reason. Anytime you go against the laws of nature, you will always inevitably experience suffering. And number 4, virtue is the only true good. The Stoics put heavy importance on 4 virtues, and you can see it on my shirt. Wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Now, these are some simple words, but they're not so simple to practice. And in future videos, we will be discussing how to apply these principles. So stay tuned so you don't miss out. But today is just a general overview about what Stoicism is and why it's important for you to apply in your life. So once again, the core principle of all Stoic philosophy is to control what you can control and to let go of the rest. And once you already differentiate what you can control and what you can't control, now you can start applying what you can control and go down the list of all these principles to apply in your life. It was the guiding philosophy of some of history's greatest minds, like Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential teachers of his time, and Seneca, a powerful statesman who taught that wealth means nothing without your inner peace. Do you see why Stoicism is important now more than ever? As I mentioned earlier, we live in a world now where these companies don't give a damn about your mental health. Every headline is designed to provoke a reaction out of you in order to get profit. Every social media post is engineered to keep you scrolling. So there's infinite amount of distractions, but no sense of direction. And even worse, we don't even know how to deal with adversity anymore. So we're drowning in all of this information, but yet we're still starving for wisdom. So forget about what mainstream media is telling you about Stoicism. Stoicism now becomes your superpower. It teaches us to separate what we can control from what we cannot. You can't control the economy, but you can control how you respond to financial stress. You can't control what people say about you online, but you can control whether you let it affect you or not. People say shit about me online all the time, but they never say it to my face. You can't control global events, but you can control your judgments. Now, let me end this video with a harsh truth. Most people that are listening to this video are saying to themselves, everything this guy is saying is accurate. I agree with it. Hell yeah! But the harsh truth is you're not going to apply it. It's going to go in one ear and it's going to go out the other. Why? Because it's easier for you to stay distracted. It's easier for you to blame other people. It is easier for you to stay emotional. Now, for the ones who are actually going to apply this, and for the ones that actually made it this far to the video, you got a good attention span, so congratulations on that. But for the ones that are going to apply these principles, those are the ones that are going to thrive. Those are the people that I want a part of my community that I'm building right now. I want you to subscribe to the channel. If you found value in this video today and everything that I discussed about Stoicism, I ask you to subscribe. I ask you to share the video. Don't hold this information. You know that this could help a lot of people. And then let me know in the comment section, y'all. Do you feel that Stoicism can help alleviate, help actually cure a lot of people's modern day problems? And then with that, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.